Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela.
from RNA Music.
I have an RNA Music shirt on.
We both have RNA Music shirts on.
Great
Look at
RNA
that.
Music shirts on.
Well, it
Great
is.
jacket.
It is your favorite color.
It really is.
And it is time to answer some questions. Here we are. Let's do this. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
There's something floating.
I know. It was
What
like,
is
what
that? Is that a
going-
spider?
I thought it was a spider.
Because that would be
Freaked
bad.
me out just a little bit.
All right. Let's get to the questions.
Awesome.
First question, Cam Demand. Hi, Cam Demand. Says, hey, RNA. Well, baby Demand has been born.
Yay.
My daughter is healthier than ever, a little stubborn,
Mm.
and Mama is healthy and in recovery. So it's really like baby da lady,
Yeah.
baby Demand.
Yeah.
My question to you is, how many hours did you get of sleep your first night with one of your boys? My daughter gave us a whopping 5 hours, which is good from what I'm hearing. LOL. And any plans for attending NAMM? Hashtag KTMA. Well, congratulations, Cam.
Yeah, so exciting.
That's exciting
Yay,
times.
babies.
I do remember some sleepless nights.
Yeah.
Well,
a little bit.
Nights with not all the sleep.
Right. It was mostly because, like, Nicholas, our firstborn, who will be 19 this spring, he was always hungry, like legitimately hungry, and he just didn't want to go to sleep. He just wanted to eat all the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he was just wanting to stay awake. He was just
hungry
24/7 all the time. But he was a good sleeper, and he took naps, and it was just getting him the first time to sleep, and we ended up just like, because we lived in married housing when Ryan was in college at the time, and our house, our apartment was very small, and Nicholas's room was at the front of the apartment, and ours was at the back, and we had this little closet hallway type thing dividing the rooms with like a curtain.
It was a closet with no doors dividing our rooms.
No doors at all. And so Nicholas figured out a way to kind of lean, because he was just so big, and just he was, he knew that he could just kind of tilt his head and cry just enough to, get our attention. And he was standing like, like 4 months or something.
Yeah, cause
crazy.
I was talking to my mom the other day. I was saying, he was like 10'9".
Yeah, he was 10 pounds, 9 ounces.
Like 24 inches or something.
Yeah, he was 23 and like 3/4 of an inch long.
He was nearly 2 feet long when he was born.
So he was a toddler when he was born.
Yeah.
And he just kept growing like an exponential rate, like just tripling and tripling. But he was a good sleeper. By the time we got him to kind of understand Mommy and Daddy need sleep, he would just cry, and then we'd hear this thud.
Thump.
And then he would just plop his head down on the bed.
Yeah, but no, like the first week.
The first week, it was, he stayed attached to me. That's a little TMI, but he was like always attached to me. So he slept when I slept, and
I remember not sleeping a lot because I would get up. He would cry in the middle of the night. I would get up and go get him out of his crib or his bassinet or whatever, and bring him to Angela so she could feed him. Yeah,
because I had a cesarean and I was just very sore.
Yeah. So I would get up and get him, and then I would take him back, put him in his crib or whatever. So I was like, it was like, a couple of times, and at least twice a night, maybe.
Yeah.
Once for sure.
Because he was.
I remember when he did first sleep through the night completely.
Yeah.
It was like 16 months or something. I don't know. It felt like that.
It wasn't 16 months because we weren't living at that house when he was 16.
I don't know. I just remember the first time he slept through the night. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's the best thing ever.
Yeah. Now Aiden was immediately.
Oh yeah, he slept great.
He was always asleep.
Like yeah.
We thought, oh gosh, he's going to be as big as Nicholas, but he just was chill. He was a chill baby.
Yeah, he was a chill baby. Nicholas was not a chill baby.
Not so much at first.
But
it wasn't bad. It just was, what we thought was like normal.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah. So you're doing great.
Yeah, you're
5
great.
hours is awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
It's really good.
Enjoy that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Congrats, guys.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I'd like 5 hours of sleep now.
I know, right?
I don't even get that now. Next question.
No, he said,
oh.
are you going to plan
Oh,
NAMM?
plans for going to NAMM. I don't know. Not any at the moment. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I've been to NAMM enough times. I kind of know. You know, it's really exciting the first time you go. Like if you've never been, it's pretty amazing.
Like me, I've never been. So.
You've been to the summer NAMM.
Yeah, which was nice.
You haven't been to the
but we went on Sunday. We didn't go like the full time. Day. So everybody started.
Stupid.
Yeah, we didn't go the full time it was there. We just went on Sunday.
One day.
And it was, everybody started shutting down. So there wasn't a lot of stuff there. We had to really kind of look for things at the beginning. Because there was 2 floors, remember? Yeah,
in Nashville.
And then there wasn't a lot of people on the first floor or whatever. We went to the actual main floor where everybody was at. And it was pretty crowded for the most part, but it seemed like it had a more folksy, like homemade, crafty type guitars.
It's more relaxed and chill for sure.
And then you have like the normal booths where I think Washburn was there and Orange had a giant booth there.
Orange, of course, they're in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So they're right next to you.
So they had stacks of boxes all the way up to the ceiling, and it was just
Orange
like
always has an impressive.
Like they were the epicenter of the whole thing. But I remember there being a lot of crafty, like people making their own picks and their own straps, and they made their own, guitars. And there was that one from Hawaii that was there.
Oh yeah.
And there was really beautiful stuff, but it was more handcrafted type things than like companies that were out there,
Yeah, it's a challenge, because I want to go. I would like to go back, of course. A lot of it's just for me at this point. It's just a networking thing and talking to because the companies I can just call them on the phone and go, hey guys, what's up? I talk to them throughout the year, but it's more of a networking thing with other like YouTubers and media people.
Right.
But now it's our kids are older. But not old enough necessarily that I want to leave them alone and the both of us fly to California and then be alone for 5 days or 4 days.
Oh God, no.
Which I mean they'd be fine. I mean, Nicholas is almost 19 and Aiden's 13, but I'm like, we're 1,000 miles away.
Right.
That's like, hey. So I don't know. And for all 4 of us to go,
right?
Is like that's a lot of money just in
is.
Airline tickets for us to all 4 go.
It really is.
So I don't know. I don't think I'll be going to this winter NAMM, but if I do, you will be the first to know on our YouTube channel. Well,
Awesome.
the 4th to know.
Yes.
So.
Or
yep.
We might, or maybe not.
Angela had to sneeze, so
sorry.
I lost my edit. I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
You're so cute when you sneeze. Probably not, but we'll let you guys know if we do. So, next question: Just Fun Guitar. 1. If you had to say whom the best left-handed player in Texas, who'd it be? And 2, when you are traveling long distances and need to pick up some tunage, do you have a mixtape approach, radio, or some album artist you especially go to? Hashtag KTMA.
Yes.
I love the hashtag KTMA. It's awesome.
Yes.
We should put that on a shirt.
We need to put that on a shirt. Apparently it's catching on quite a bit.
I don't even know off the top of my head specific Texas artists that are, left-handed players. Unless Eric Johnson is left-handed. And if he is, then, he's amazing. So, off the top of my head, I don't really know. But I will say, of all left-handed guitar players out there right now, kind of my favorite is Nick Johnston, who plays a Schecter. Now, Nick plays
traditional
righty, or traditional handedness.
Yeah. But
he is actually left-handed. So that counts. He's a left-handed player,
right?
Because he is left-handed and he plays like this.
Plays the normal way.
I even think, I don't know if this is true, but I even think Guthrie Govan is left-handed, and people are like, "Oh, Guthrie's amazing," but I'm not. I'd have to verify that. But I know for a fact Nick Johnston is left-handed, and he is phenomenal. Phenomena. I like him a lot. Nice guy too. I've met him, talked to him a few times. We're Schecter dealers. He's a Schecter artist. He's friggin' amazing.
Right.
So Nick is probably my current favorite lefty guitar player. Mm-hmm. So, and also it's one of my go-tos when people ask, should I get a left-handed guitar? Should I get a right-handed guitar? I'm like, well, there's all these left-handed guys playing traditional guitars who are just like friggin' amazing. Mm-hmm. So you could be like them if you want. I mean, or you could be like Hendrix and flip it over and all that kind of stuff. But, Joe Perry, Aerosmith.
Oh, no.
Left-handed.
Right.
Plays, yes, correctly. I mean, traditionally.
All right.
He's amazing. But, yeah. So Nick's my favorite at the moment, who I think about. That guy's a left-handed player, and he's awesome.
Right.
Traveling long distances and need to pick some tunes. Mixtape, radio, what do you like to do?
I like to mixtape approach, but it's more like a playlist. I have a set playlist
on your phone.
On my phone. I have one that I use for cleaning the house that I played on the way to Laredo, or on the way back to Laredo. Me and Savannah just talked the whole time to Laredo. But on the way home, because that was a long trip straight home, we listened to my playlist, and then we jumped into the Pandora. And then I was like, as I was starting to just wind down, it was like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and I still had like 3 hours to get home. And so I was like, Nicholas, put on NSYNC radio. Let's laugh a little bit. So we're like, bye, bye, bye. And then I was like, put on Boyz II Men radio. And so we listened to on Pandora. And then I was like, put on the final one was Michael Jackson radio. So we were laughing. They're like, which Michael Jackson is this?
Which Michael is this, Mom?
And my youngest was like, is this brown Michael or light Michael?
Or Mocha Michael.
Mocha Michael.
Is Mocha Michael or brown Michael?
I was like, this is the darker Michael.
Chocolate Michael or Mocha
So
Michael?
we had a lot of fun. And that helped move the time along, because then we got to talk about the music. And like Stevie Wonder came on, and Earth, Wind and Fire came on. There was just like all these songs. And what was so awkward, Brick House came on, and the boys were like, we've heard this song before, but only in parts, like bits and pieces.
Like on the Muppets.
And they were like, Mom, what's the song about? I was like,
It's about a house, and it's made of brick.
It's about very strong construction and durability.
Construction and durability techniques of building houses.
They're like, this is not right. I'm like, I know it's not. It's not a good song to really be singing. It isn't. It's just a very awkward.
It's like you singing Private Dancer when you were a little kid.
Yes, the boys were like, what? I didn't realize what this was about. Anyway, so that's what we did, and it helped pass the time. And also, I posted this on Facebook. We changed the GPS voice to an Irish accent. It was the best ever. It was just her saying road, going down the road.
Because Ireland rocks.
Avenue,
Avenue.
It was so great. It was just Laredo. It was like every time she said Laredo, we lost it. It was just the best. It was really good. So that made
better than the Siri voice.
Yes, so much better.
Wish you could
they did the
Siri's.
Australian, but we really couldn't tell.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could change Siri's voice to that, so it was like that all the time?
I know. I don't think I think mine is normal now. I don't know. I could.
That'd be fun. We should check that out.
I should figure it out, because I haven't talked to Siri since I've changed it to Irish, so I don't know if it's her or if it's GPS.
It's GPS.
We'll find out.
We should play with that later.
Okay.
There you go. So Pandora. Yeah.
That's your best bet, because you can go through everything, and it literally is like a mixtape.
And that's just Angela's answer.
Yeah.
We haven't got to my answer.
No, because you go ahead.
I just play the same 3 songs over and over, like literally, just.
Yep.
Or yeah, I'll just have it set on repeat. I'll listen to this one Periphery song for 400 miles. So I could either, or I'll just put it on an album, like I'll listen to a CD like Nick Johnston. I have Nick Johnston CD in the truck, and I'll just play from beginning to end, or if I have a whole album on my phone, I'll play it from beginning to end. I don't really do the Pandora.
Yeah.
I don't really Pandora that much, but so yeah, I'll just listen to a CD from start to finish, or like just keep hitting the same song on a repeat.
Yeah.
So I'm very simple.
Yeah.
Simply entertained.
Yeah, we had on my one of my shuffles, it had the Black Eyed Peas song "Where's the Love," which is a great song because it totally plays into what's going on today. And the kids were like, "Yeah, that is so true." But then after like the fifth time of it coming back on because it was shuffling, we're like,
"Yeah, I've already heard this.
We don't have the love for this song anymore." The love went out the window. That's where the love went. Out the window.
Ryan would have been loving it. He's like, yeah, this song
So
rocks.
after I heard that song, like for literally the fifth time, I was like, Nicholas, put on Pandora and we'll listen to something and we won't hear the same song over and over again.
Yeah. You should be like Paul. He has like 5,000 songs on his phone.
Yeah.
He can shuffle and never hit the same song for 2 days.
Right.
I mean, that's a good thing, I guess.
It is. Yeah.
Anyways, next question. RT Smudge, this kind of throws back to last week's, is could Kirk and Picard, because we had a Kirk versus Picard debate last week, could Kirk and Picard beat Thanos? I mean, if Snake Eyes helped. And I was, like, of course.
Oh, yeah.
It's not really Kirk and Picard. It's more like Snake Eyes could take care of Thanos.
I think between their genius, especially if they had their team, like, to help them.
They had their Data and the Spock.
Yes, if they had their whole team helping
both
them.
of
like
those enterprises.
them as just men, no. They would start talking and Thanos would turn them into silly putty, And no. But if they had the whole team, if Worf, like everybody, like all of the whole
everybody from both enterprises
were together, I think that they could probably do. Because they're smart and they've been against godlike creatures before.
Like Q.
Yes.
Ultimate power and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Cosmic.
And what was that planet one? The one whenever Spock's brother tricked them into finding God. Star Trek 5 or 4.
Something like that.
And I was like, yeah, and they, he was like, I am God, So they've been against, very crazy.
Ultimate cosmic powers.
Yes, so I think that with their understanding of that, and with Spock's help and Data, but then you have Snake Eyes, and he can just come up behind him and just stick a sword through him.
Well, he'd go for the head, just chop his head right off, or chop the arm right off.
Yeah,
either one.
They would keep him talking.
They'd keep him busy, and Snake Eyed would be all like ninja, like Saka, and Thanos would be gone. It all hinges on Snake Eyes, really. So let's just be fair about that. Snake Eyes doesn't even need Kirk and Picard.
Oh, Paul is like, no.
Yeah, because in the middle of the whole thing where they were on, his planet and it was Spider-Man, and they were all fighting Thanos and all that, and then they almost had him. While they were trying to pull the glove off, Snake Eyes would have been like, shwunk. End of story.
And then shwunk, and decapitated him, so he wouldn't be able to get his arm in.
Yeah, and then Snake Eyes would have the gauntlet. And all would be right with the world. And everyone would be ninjas, as it was meant to be.
Ninjas.
Everyone's a ninja.
Yeah.
Especially Paul. He would probably snap Dial Tone out of existence, though.
Yeah, he probably would.
'Cause I don't think they like each other.
I don't think they get along.
He wouldn't do that. Snake Eyes is a sweetheart when he's not dealing death to the enemies. Great question, RT Smudge. Thank you. Stay tuned for bitter-based comments.
I can't imagine.
Prepare thyself.
Yes, brace thyself.
For bitter-based comments. Next question. Sinner's Dwarf. I had this conversation with my brother-in-law. If you had the DeLorean and could go back in time to see a band or artist who is no longer with us, who would it be? We, in both cases, chose Freddie Mercury. They went on to say it would be criminal not to save his life in the process. My brother-in-law would kind of disagree due to the butterfly effect. That's true. So, if you had the DeLorean and could go back in time to see an artist who is no longer with us, would you save their life? Oh, I read that question wrong earlier. I was thinking, if you had a DeLorean and you could go back in time, whose life would you save? That's how I read that.
Oh.
in my mind.
Or it was, would you?
Would you? Would you save their lives? If I could go back in time.
But see, with the DeLorean, what we've learned from Back to the Future, you go back in time, change something, you go forward in time, see the ramifications of what you did, and then go back in time and undo what you did because you didn't like what you saw.
Yeah. They dealt with the butterfly effect in Back to the Future. And they're like, oh man,
this
let's
isn't
go back
good.
again.
Biff has a casino? What?
What?
We're not doing this.
Let's go back.
Let's figure this out. Let's go back and redo this and make sure he doesn't get anything.
For me, it would be, I would probably go back and it would be Dimebag Darrell, because that goes to the question last week. If I can meet anybody, I would go back and like...
Yeah. Because I think that there are some people that because they left too early, things got worse because of their departure. And I think that they're...
Would you go back and save John Lennon?
No.
I wouldn't either. I mean, if I could only choose one.
I mean, yeah, because there's so many others that I would be like, you need to stay here. You need to,
Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Oh. Can you imagine what the music industry would be like if some of these people were still alive?
Oh my gosh.
And how, like, they
Elvis?
would just, But then I have to observe their home life and see what kind of person they really were. Because
do they deserve it?
Exactly, because a lot of times we only see one side of them, and they could be like horrible people. Where if we really knew how they really were, we would be like, "Yeah, you kind of deserve to."
If it was Don Henley, I'd be like, "Sorry, Don, you're an ass."
But it's just like certain people that you're just like, because you really honestly never know. It's like we see people through Facebook status all the time. And we don't realize that even though they're posing the perfect picture of their family, wife is a horrible person or husband's beating his wife or kids are devil children, you never really see that part of it because all we see is the perfect family photo. We don't see how many times it took them to get that perfect family photo and how many times mom bribed the children for candy so they can sit still. And I think that a lot of times in music, all we see is the performance person. We don't see the backstage. That's why we had Inside the Music for the long time. And then we were like, what? These people were horrible.
Yeah.
They were alcoholics and drug addicts and they, basically had sex with minors and this is just not good. You know?
For sure.
So there are some people that I think we would be very surprised at who they really were, that you would be like, I think the cosmos was like,
it's your time.
It's your time to leave because you're going to make things worse. If you get a little bit more power, you might, do something very, very bad. So I think that would be my thing. I would go back and observe them in a way that, not a normal person would be able to see them in the light of day.
Like Snake Eyes, like a ninja. You could just sit there. And
just sit there and watch them.
Because you're a ninja.
Get a job as like a roadie or something and see how they treat the people and how they treat their spouse and their children and the people that you don't see them, behind the scenes, and then make the decision whether or not to save their life.
That's good. You get to play God.
Well, that's basically what you're
Thanos.
doing. And then be like, sorry, nice, I love your music, but peace out. Oh, what do you mean? You'll find out.
Good luck.
Get in the car. I enjoy it.
You might want to.
I enjoy it.
Think about some things.
I probably ask them to sign a few things so that you can.
Hey, can I have your autograph? Can I have like 27 autographs?
What's about to happen to you? Oh no, that's not good.
But you kind of have it coming.
Yeah. That would be my thing.
Mm-hmm. I would go back and save Dimebag Darrell. In the DeLorean. Wait.
Yeah.
Thanks for the crazy hypothetical.
Like show up at the gig and say, "Come with me if you want to live." Like pull
show up to the guy's house.
Terminator.
The guy that shot him. Show up to that guy's house the day before that.
Yeah, and talk him down or get rid of him. You never know about what's going on in his life. You can pick him up, kidnap him, and drop him at the jail. Drop him at a jail cell.
Yeah, that's what I'd do. Something like that.
This got real personal.
Intervene.
This got real dark. Thanks a lot, Sinner's Dwarf.
Thanks, Sinner. Okay, next question. We gotta move on. Okay. I need some. What are you doing? Stop. Okay, still going.
It's still good. It's all good.
Next question, JVin248.
Mm-hmm.
What is the Schechter minimum order size requirements for independent retailers? ? That may explain more about what stores and what regions of the country they show up in. Some brands will ship to a store with $5,000 order, while others need $100,000 a year. Well, that is true. We were talking last week about, that there are more Schechters on the East Coast or West Coast or whatever. I think they're all over, really. But as far as like the minimum, I don't know if that's a rhetorical question. It probably is, because I can't tell you. I can't tell you what the buy-in, is. You would have to call them and ask, and if you're an actual dealer.
Yeah.
It's not crazy though. I will tell you that, because when we started, at the time, it wasn't like a ridiculous buy-in. Like, what? You guys are smoking crack. What are you talking about?
Right.
It was not, it wasn't like pocket
because every
change.
company is different, and every company expects different from the retailers, and so.
And even with this one company, that changes from year to year to year.
Yeah.
Right. What was a buy-in last year might be different than what a buy-in this year. When business is really down and low, companies are like, hey,
they're a little bit more generous.
Hey, would you like to become a dealer?
Yeah.
And when business is really good, they're like, hey, we need you to buy, this.
Right.
So some companies, it's a dollar amount. Like, yeah, you got to commit to, $12,000, $15,000 a year. I'm not saying that's Schechter.
No.
But I'm just saying, in general,
per se,
some companies, and like there were companies like, yeah, we need. I'll tell you this. There was one company like, yeah, we need $16,000. I'm like, no, I'll see you guys like up front. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, I guess I'll talk to you guys in a few years. Because there's some other, yeah. I'm like, probably not, because like, listen, I got these other companies that are making it. They're willing to work with us,
Mm-hmm.
So it depends. And some companies are like, it's a certain number of units. Like you got to buy 12 guitars. Or commit to 16 guitars over the course of a year or 6 months, and some it's like units, like strictly. It doesn't matter the dollar amount; it's how many guitars you actually purchase.
Right.
Some it's a strict dollar amount. It just depends. But
yeah.
Schechter's not. They're not like
unreasonable.
Fender and Gibson are the sort of ones where everybody's like, that's you could buy a house. You could literally buy a house. For what they want you to buy. And, Schechter, I wouldn't put Schechter in that category. They're pretty easy to work with. Yeah. So, anyways, and I like them. We work with them. I mean, obviously, if we carry them, it's not like a $100,000 buy-in. So they're pretty easy to work with. But that's right. Some of them have different expectations of what they want. Mm-hmm. And, I have my own thoughts on this, like small dealers and mom and pop retailers. And I've been thinking about making a video about the difference between purchasing from a mom and pop shop or a smaller independent and then the big stores. Because I've seen some videos out there about like, how to save money when you're buying guitars and how to get a better deal. And while that may kind of apply when you're talking about Guitar Center, Musician's Friend, Sweetwater, these big mega things, that same advice doesn't really work so well when you're talking with smaller independent retailers. But
right.
I might do a video about that. I might not. I don't know. I'm a little undecided. All right. Next question. Anyways, thank you, JVin248, for the question. Appreciate it, man. Terry Stark says the next question. Ryan, if Angela had saved the egg money and said for a Christmas present you could order any custom guitar you wanted, which would it be? We were thinking about what's the egg money? Like nest egg, like our retirement money.
Yeah,
or
I always
like,
think of
we're
French
raising
Kiss with Meg Ryan when she's like, "I saved 64,382 eggs."
I don't know that movie.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Or are we raising chickens and we're selling the eggs?
Hey, why not? Yeah,
I like eggs. We had eggs this morning.
Yeah.
Anyways, any custom guitar I wanted, which would it be? That's a good question.
I would think it would be one of those Hutchinson, like, Viking guitar.
All right. He just totally threw off my thought process there because I completely forgot about Hutchinson guitar concepts in England. Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Getting all choked up there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just threw you for a loop.
Yeah, you just messed up my whole thought process. You just knocked me out of my mailbox.
I'm sorry. That's what I would think.
I was going to say, I already have, a CMG. This is not the custom, but I already have a CMG that will be here in like May. That's probably pretty much what I would want to get from them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is the RNA Music CMG limited edition number 5 of 5 limited whatevers. And so I kind of have that coming, and that's very affordable, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a semi-custom, guitar, CMG is hard to beat on that. Now, they don't do everything. They're not going to do crazy shapes, and they're not going to change the scale length and do a bunch of things. There's a limit to what they'll do custom-wise. But so I already have that.
Guitars.
Yeah, I've already got one of those coming, and it's not breaking the bank, really, in my opinion, when it comes to custom stuff. I was going to say an Acacia Cronus, because I've been like eyeballing those like crazy since Robert was here with his custom one, and I really like that. Mm-hmm. So that's what I was going to say was the Acacia Cronus. Actually, Acacia makes one called the Aries, which is a Gibson Explorer type-ish guitar.
Yeah, sure.
And they have one that looks like one that James played, made by Ken Lawrence Guitars. Mm-hmm. It's like their Acacia's version of a Ken Lawrence. But now that Angela brought it up, I would Hutchison Guitar Concepts. I'll put a picture up. That dude does some crazy work. Yeah. That's what I do. Oh,
he knows you, babe.
Sorry, Acacia. Sorry, CMG. Oh, I would maybe order a Cronus and send the Cronus to him to have him. Oh, okay, yeah, because he'll do. You send him a guitar, any kind of Gibson, the ESP or whatever. He's done stuff for James Hetfield. So exciting!
I know.
Yeah,
I pay attention to things.
I was just looking at one of his guitars the other day. It came across my screen. I was like, "Oh, this is so good!" Like he has like a waiting list though. Like if you wanna, you can apply. Mm-hmm. You can apply to have him, build you a guitar. Yeah. And I'm like, I like this guy because he might turn you down, especially if you're a Don Henley or somebody. If you're a jerk. Yeah, that's what it would be. Thanks, Lala.
You're welcome.
Who knows me? Yeah, this girl does. All right, and final question: Walking Dead. Final question: Walking Dead, 1369, 5 days ago. That's what it says. How would Kirk deal with the Borg?
Ooh.
Well, I know. Do you know? I know.
Okay, go ahead.
He would be assimilated.
I don't think he would.
I think he would. I don't think he can handle the Borg.
Because wherever Kirk goes, Spock is right next to him, and Spock would never let him get into that situation.
So the real question is, how would Spock defeat the Borg?
Yes. Because Kirk is nothing without Spock.
Let's be real about that.
Yeah.
Right? I think he'd be assimilated.
I think as soon as they came on screen, or they saw them, or they knew about their existence, Spock would the logical thing would be to destroy them now before we put any of our crew.
But would they be able to?
I think they would.
I don't think they have the weaponry.
I think, Scotty would be able to.
Spock would figure it out.
Yeah, it's between him and Scotty.
Or Kirk would seduce the Queen Borg. Hey, girl.
Yeah. Sup, girl.
How you doing?
Sup.
I'm really into you. I like your head tubes. Right? I think he'd be assimilated. But,
And then Spock would be captain, and he would blast them away, and...
Logically.
Logically, he would sacrifice probably himself, too.
He would become assimilated,
the needs of
and then
the
he
many
would control
outweigh the needs of the one.
Through his, superior mind intellect, because he's a hybrid human Vulcan. He would take over the Borg.
I think they would like him.
Yeah, they're like, we like you. You will be assimilated. We need you.
Let's change and become
more Vulcan.
Like him, more Vulcan. Yeah.
That's what I think. Prepare for bitter bass comments.
Okay.
Incoming.
Yes. Well,
Shields
he's not
up.
a Kirk fan.
Shields up.
He's a
Bitter
Picard.
bass comments incoming.
He's a Picard fan. He's not much of a Kirk fan. He respects Kirk for what he did for the franchise, but he's not a Kirk fan.
Yeah, he's 52% Picard, 48% Kirk.
I mean, like
At
60-40.
60-40 Picard?
75-25.
Yeah, 99, 1%. 99% Picard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's how I think he would deal with it. You guys tell us, how do you think Kirk would deal with the Borg? Would he be assimilated?
Or do you care?
Or do you even... Who cares?
Who cares?
No one cares.
Only nerds.
Only nerds.
Or dorks.
Gorks.
Yeah.
Gorks.
Geeks and dorks.
I'm a gork.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for all your questions this week. We appreciate it. Thank you for all the comments. We do read those. I try to go through and at least heart and comment back as many as those I can. So I appreciate reading your perspective on all this stuff. If you have a question for next week, please leave it below, and we will try to answer it next week. And until then, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
The music needs you.
And you need the music.
We need the music. We need to keep it alive for future generations.
Yes. Forever and ever.
Of soon-to-be assimilated Borg food. I don't know. One of those things. Something. All right. We will see you
Borg
guys.
chum.
Borg chum. You are future Borg.
Yes.
You will be assimilated.
Yes.
Nerds. Oh man. Okay.
Ooh.
Thank you guys so much. Ask us a question. Give us a thumbs up. You know, we gotta like that. Click the little bell and subscribe if you haven't.
Subscribe.
And if you want an RNA Music t-shirt for Christmas, get in there in our description and you'll see the link to our Teespring store. Treat yourself to an RNA Music t-shirt. Yes. And we'll see you guys in the next video after my birthday, which is this Sunday.
Happy birthday to you.
I may have ordered a guitar.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, so incoming new Guitar Day video. Probably after my birthday, but so excited.
Yay.
It's not a Hutchison guitar concept, though.
No.
Maybe when I'm 50.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, we'll see you guys then. Bye.